Idinetalya niya rito ang pag-deliver niya ng mga pera sa iba't ibang individual sa utos-an niya ni VP Duterte.
In the morning of December 20, 2022, Sarah called me and she said, "Sir Ram, please coordinate with Colonel Nolasco. Meron tayong deliver sa San Pablo, Laguna, sa night strip at sa Ombudsman. 4 large dark bags were unloaded from the vehicles. 3 large dark bags and 1 lighter colored and relatively smaller bag. Colonel Nolasco told me that each bag contained around 30 million pesos to 35 million pesos.
Sabi ni Madriaga, confidential funds daw ang mga ito.
A few years later, I read from several media reports that the 125 million pesos OBP confidential funds in 2022 were reportedly utilized in just 11 days. This is wrong because I personally disposed the money in less than 24 hours.
Kwatro oras lang at hindi inabot ng 11 araw ang pag-ubos umano sa 125 million peso confidential funds ni Vice President Sara Duterte na inihatid sa iba't ibang individual.
Isa yan sa mga alegasyon ng nagpakilalang dating aide umano ng bise na si Ramil Madriaga sa pagharap niya sa impeachment proceedings ng House Committee on Justice laban kay Duterte.
Idinetalye rin ni Madriaga ang kaugnayan niya sa bise, gayon din kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na kumausap umano sa ilang retiradong general para patalsikin sana si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Nakatutok live si Tina Pangiliban Perez. Tina!
Mel Emil Vicky sa kanyang kauna-unahang pagharap sa House Committee on Justice, idinetalya ng nagpakilalang dating aide at umano'y bagman ni Vice President Sara Duterte kung paano niya dineliver sa ilang individual ang 125 million pesos na confidential funds. At hindi daw niya ito ginawa sa loob ng 11 araw, kundi sa loob lang ng 24 oras. Mula sa pagsundo sa Camp Bagong Diwa sa Taguig kung saan siya nakadetine, hanggang sa pagdating sa Kamara, napakahigpit ng pagbabantay kay Ramil Madriaga, ang nagpakilalang dating aide at umano'y bagman ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Naka-bulletproof vest at helmet si Madriaga. Tinanggal lang ang posas nang iupo na sa komite si Madriaga. Sinapi na siya ng House Committee on Justice kaugnay sa naging papel niya sa paggamit ng confidential funds ng Office of the Vice President at Department of Education sa ilalim ni Duterte. Pinabasa kay Madriaga ang kanyang supplemental affidavit kung saan inilatag niya ang kanyang kaugnayan kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at sa anak nitong si Vice President Duterte noong panahong mayor pa lang ito ng Davao.
Her denial of any affiliation with me is absolutely false. She lied under oath in her perjury complaint against me.
Kasama sa affidavit ni Madriaga ang ilang litratong magpapatunay raw rito. Ang screenshot ng video conference nila kay Duterte nang mag-anunsyo ito na hindi natatakbong presidente noong eleksyon 2022. Sabi ni Madriaga, isa siya sa mga tumulong sa kampanya ng bise.
I posted the screenshot of our video conference on my Facebook account with the caption just telling her I cannot vote intelligently without her name on the ballot. A printout of the Facebook post dated September 29, 2021 is here to attach.
May I know what's happening to you, Mr. Madriaga? You seem to be crying. Are you crying?
I just remember one moment.
Are you crying?
I just...
You are nearly crying.
Malungkot lang po.
Nang manalong vice-presidente, nagpatuloy raw sa pagtulong kay Duterte si Madriaga. Idinetalya niya rito ang pag-deliver niya ng mga pera sa iba't ibang individual sa utos-an niya ni VP Duterte.
In the morning of December 20, 2022, Sarah called me and she said, "Sir Ram, please coordinate with Colonel Nolasco. Meron tayong deliver sa San Pablo, Laguna, sa night strip at sa Ombudsman. 4 large dark bags were unloaded from the vehicles. 3 large dark bags and 1 lighter colored and relatively smaller bag. Colonel Nolasco told me that each bag contained around 30 million pesos to 35 million pesos.
Nabanggit din ni Madriaga si PRRD, ang initials ng dating Pangulo na si President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Previously and upon direct instruction sa PRD, Sara, I've also delivered money to Ombudsman Samuel Martires Rotoni Raya, which I usually place inside an open trunk of a designated car.
Sabi ni Madriaga, confidential funds daw ang mga ito.
A few years later, I read from several media reports that the 125 million pesos OBP confidential funds in 2022 were reportedly utilized in just 11 days. This is wrong because I personally disposed the money in less than 24 hours.
Ginamit din daw siya bilang dummy sa bank accounts para sa paglipat ng milyong-milyong pisong pera noong panunungkulan ni dating Pangulong Duterte.
These were opened by people close to PRRD who informed me that money will be transferred to these accounts for intelligence operation and for laundering. I was later instructed to sign an entire checkbook where the amounts and pays are left blank. I agreed to do this because at the time I had complete trust in PRRD and his close associates.
Alam daw ito ng dating Pangulo at may mga pagkakataong inutusan pa siya nito.
I distinctly remember that PRRD directed me on 3 separate occasions to pick up 100 million from a bank inside the mall in Lubao, Pampanga, which were all delivered to Malacanang.
May pagkakataong humingi pa raw si Digong ng tulong kay Madriaga tungkol sa problema umano ni Atty. Mans Carpio, ang asawa ng bise, kaugnay ng Bureau of Customs o BOC.
After 2 days, I went to the BOC to meet the female lawyer to discuss the release of construction equipment. This time, I learned that the construction equipment was actually magnetic lifters. The same were confiscated because it contained a large amount of shabu. However, the female lawyer informed me that it was difficult to release the same because it was a hot item. Later, I learned that the content of the magnetic lifters is at least 500 kilograms of shabu worth 4.3 billion pesos were mysteriously missing.
Ikunento rin ni Madriaga na matapos manalong bise ni Duterte, kasama raw siya ng kausapin ng dating Pangulo ang ilang retired general ng Armed Forces of the Philippines para sa pagpapatalsik kay Pangulong Marcos pagsapit ng 2025.
The general objective was to ensure that PBBM will only serve less than 4 years of his term as president, so that Sara, upon assumption to the presidency, will still be eligible for the presidency in 2028. In the event that BBM will not voluntarily step down or hand over the presidency to Sara, extraordinary measures of overthrowing BBM will be considered, which include assassination.
Sa affidavit ni Madriaga, lumalabas na naputol ang kanilang relasyon ni VP Duterte nang hindi siya nito tulungan sa kasong land grabbing na inilapit kay Madriaga ng ilang magsasaka sa Bataan. Pero may punto raw na binisita siya sa kulungan ng bise.
Sometime in October 2025, after I got arrested for alleged kidnapping, I was surprised to see Sara through the metal railings of the passageway. She smiled and waved at me. Jail warden Sabiniano handed me a phone. When I said hello, I recognized the voice of Sara and she asked me about my well-being and conditions inside the detention facility. She was also apologetic for failing to do something or assist in my ongoing criminal case.
Imbitado rin sa hearing si Vice President Sara Duterte. Katunayan, inilatag pa ang kanyang nameplate at ilang beses din siyang tinawag sa hearing kanina. Pero hindi po dumalo ang bise. Nandito naman yung kanyang abogadong si Attorney Michael Powa. Pero nilinaw ni Powa na nandito siya hindi bilang bahagi ng defense team ni Vice President Duterte, kundi sa bisa ng subpoena na ipinalabas ng House Committee on Justice sa kanya bilang dating opisyal ng DepEd. Vicky?
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Tina Pangaliban Perez.